Hello, welcome to Story Loom, where every twist keeps you hooked. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, let's start. Lila Harper sat in her small kitchen, staring at the half-empty fridge. The shelves looked almost as tired as she felt. She had two 5-year-old twins, Noah and Emma, and every day was a balancing act between work, bills, and making sure her kids never felt the weight of the struggles she carried. Her phone buzzed with a reminder: send grocery list to Maya. Maya was her best friend and sometimes helped with errands when Lila couldn't get away from work. Lila opened her messages and quickly typed, greater than, milk, eggs, bread, apples, peanut butter, cereal for the twins, and maybe a treat if they have the chocolate chip muffins. She added, without thinking, greater than, sorry, I'm short this week. If you can grab them, I'll pay you back Friday. She hit send. A second later, her stomach dropped. That wasn't Maya's name on the screen. It was Ethan Cole, her ex. And not just any ex, a billionaire tech mogul who also happened to be the father of her twins, though he didn't know it. 3 years ago, they'd had a whirlwind romance. Ethan was charming, generous, and completely different from anyone she'd ever met. But when she found out she was pregnant, everything fell apart. They'd had a brutal fight, and she left without telling him about the babies. She convinced herself he wouldn't want them, or her. And now she had just sent him her grocery list. Lila's cheeks burned as she typed frantically. Greater than, sorry, wrong person. Ignore that. She tossed the phone onto the counter and tried to focus on making pasta for the twins. But the phone buzzed again. It was Ethan, and his message made her freeze. Greater than, who are the twins? Her pulse quickened. She stared at the screen, unsure if she should lie or finally tell the truth. But before she could type anything, another message came through. Greater than, check your account. She frowned, confused. She didn't have much in her bank account, so any activity stood out. She opened her banking app, and her jaw dropped. $500,000 had been wired to her account. A third message came through. Greater than, for the twins. I'm coming over. Lila's heart pounded so loudly she could barely hear the twins laughing in the living room. She hadn't seen Ethan in years, and now he knew, or at least suspected. She didn't know what scared her more, facing his questions, or the possibility that he might actually want to be in their lives. And then, there was a knock on the door. The knock echoed through the small apartment, pulling Lila's breath tight in her chest. She hesitated, glancing at the twins. Noah was building a block tower while Emma hummed to herself, blissfully unaware that their entire world was about to change. The knock came again, firmer this time. With trembling hands, Lila opened the door. Ethan stood there, tall, sharp in a tailored suit, the same intense blue eyes she remembered. But now there was something else in them, something softer. His gaze flickered past her shoulder into the apartment, scanning everything in a heartbeat. Lila, he said, his voice low but steady. Where are they? She swallowed. Ethan, this isn't. Two small faces peeked around the corner. Emma giggled. Mommy, who's that man? Ethan's eyes locked on the children. They were the same eyes, his eyes, staring back at him from two innocent faces. Lila felt the air shift. Twins, he said under his breath, as if confirming something he'd suspected since reading her message. They're mine. Lila's throat tightened. I wasn't trying to. Ethan stepped inside, ignoring the chaos of toys on the floor. He knelt down, meeting Noah and Emma at eye level. Hi, he said softly. I'm Ethan. Noah tilted his head. Do you like dinosaurs? A faint smile tugged at Ethan's lips. I love dinosaurs. Lila stood, frozen, her heart torn between fear and relief. She'd spent years protecting them from him, or maybe protecting herself from the heartbreak of him walking away. But now he was here. And he had wired $500,000 without a single question about proof. I should have told you, she admitted quietly. I thought, you wouldn't want this. You were building your empire. I didn't want to be the reason you gave it up. Ethan looked at her, and there was no anger, only something heavy and raw. Lila, I would have given up everything for them. For you. Do you have any idea how much I've missed? Her eyes stung. I'm sorry. He stood and stepped closer. No more secrets. I want to be their father. I'm not leaving again. And this, he gestured vaguely toward the phone where the bank notification still glowed, is just the start. You won't struggle again, Lila. Not while I'm here. The twins giggled as Ethan sat cross-legged on the floor with them, instantly swept into a conversation about dinosaurs and chocolate muffins. And for the first time in years, Lila let herself believe that maybe, just maybe, this time, they'd have the family they were always meant to be.